Welcome. Thank you for stopping by and choosing to listen to this message for today. My name is Kimberly, and this is from Loved Ones Tarot. I want you to go ahead and look at these two cards before you. You have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Wands in reverse. These two cards represent the energy that may exist within your heart, mind, body, and spirit for the month of January 2025, as well as for the first week of February 2025. And this energy also indicates what this reading is about. So if you connect with this energy that I am going to describe for you, then this reading is for you. So within these two cards, I see an overall energy of wanting to have security, a sense of security, of wanting to have a sense of safety, because there is some type of change to your lifestyle. So some of you have moved locations. You may have moved in with someone in order to save up finances. You may have combined finances and combined living situations with someone else, like your partner or a friend. I just see that something about either you changed jobs or perhaps you've lost the job. There's just something about your living situation that has changed, and it's making you a little bit nervous, a little apprehensive. There is some anxiety surrounding this change, and there is this need for you to not be in conflict with someone that you are dependent on. And this is not for everyone. This is just some of y'all that I'm seeing in this reading today, is that some of you have a need to I don't want to say play nice, but you have a need to work together to come to a mutual understanding or be on the same page, because there's some imbalance going on within your power and within the power of someone else. So someone has something that you need. Therefore, you have to just be a little more patient, a little more nicer, or hold. Be careful what you say. So a little more caution taking when you communicate with a certain someone or a group of people. And if we look at your emotional state for January and the first week of February, so what are you feeling? You have the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. I did not say this before, but the cards underneath, these two are my clarifying cards for your energy. And you have the Six of Pentacles, which is someone who is giving help and support to somebody in need, relying on your community, relying on your family, relying on just outside help. In your heart, you are in need of help. Okay, notice the people in the snow needing help. They could be injured. They could be lacking money, or they can lack financial stability. They could be without a home. They could be without a relationship. They have lost something and it's impacted them in a negative way. For you, I see that you could be still on a healing journey within your heart, trying to get over some past trauma. And you could see that you are wanting to move on from within the Five of Cups. This card is a card of healing and moving forward from your past. But the King of Swords tells me that you're very emotionally overwhelmed to the point that you're not able to see your situation for what it is, or you may not be able to communicate with other people in a calm way or an objective and fair way. Your emotions could be very high, which could lead to some misunderstanding with you and other people. But it could also affect your life in other ways, right? And if it could be unmotivated, procrastinating, self-sabotaging. But to me, for most of y'all, you may just be trapped within some negative emotions that you do want out of. And within your mental state for January and the first week of February, you have the Devil, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So mentally, there seems to be this thought process or belief in your mind that says that above all else, the main priority for you is to feel safe and feel comfortable. And because of that, there's also this belief that if you are in a comfortable place, then you have everything that you need. So why should you want more? Why should you make a choice? For some of y'all, there is this decision that you had to make and that you still have to make for the year 2025. But you're holding off on making this decision, and it could be a very hard decision for you. So instead, you'd rather stay in a space that is less stressful for you. But in turn, for this less stressful space, uh, it it looks like it may cause you more pain emotionally. But for most of y'all, it just looks like you're refusing to make a decision on something that you should be, all because you've been fooled. Either you fooled yourself into believing this because of just of who you are, because you're just naturally a person who one likes to be in a stable environment. You have to feel comfortable in order for you to think of other needs, basic needs. Um and that could be very valid. Or you're someone who has outside influence from your environment or from your relationships that have caused you to believe that it's okay for you to accept what you have, and what you have could be bare minimum. Now, looking at your intentions, so this is what you want people to see and believe about you based upon your actions. You have the Fool in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Cups. Some of y'all want people in your life to believe that you know what you're doing, and you turning down a job opportunity, or you turning down an opportunity to go make more money, or to be more independent, or to have a different goal in mind, that was the best choice for you and it was the best choice for your family. So you want others to believe that you're okay, you're happy, or you're satisfied with the decision that you have made. And of course, in your mind, it shows that you haven't made a decision. Although I guess not making a decision is a choice. But you want others to believe that the choice that you've made is good for everybody involved and whoever is affected by this decision that you had to make. Now, what other people can notice about you and what you do? You have the Magician in reverse, the Temperance, and the Nine of Wands. So people can see that you're not progressing in the way that you should be progressing as far as your personal goals, your personal development. And there is some emotional instability. They do see that you may not be on the same page with your partner or with your family, or there may be some conflict at work. They just know that you've been affected in a negative way. But they see that you have the best intentions, that you're not just sitting down and letting life pass you by, that you do want good things for you and for those who are affected by your decisions. And they may be thinking that you need help. You need their help, or you need different outside resources to help you. Just because they notice that you're not operating at 100%, you're not operating in the best version of yourself. You don't have the greatest emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being just for this January. Now, the situation that needs to be addressed according to your loved ones on the other side, you have the Knight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Justice in reverse. Okay, and both these are in reverse. So it looks like to me that you've made a decision and you felt like it was the right thing to do at the time. And you made this decision or judgment call without the help or without the opinion of those affected by your decision. And it turns out it may not have been the right decision for you. It may not have been the most fair. You may have done this decision when you were very emotionally overwhelmed or in a dark space, and you let your emotions cloud your judgment for some of y'all. And so you just didn't make the right judgment call or the right decision for January. When you perhaps should have consulted someone else, maybe you should have gotten a second or third opinion, or maybe you should have tried to just take a moment, take a deep breath to then make a decision when you weren't so emotionally overwhelmed or charged with negative emotions and negative thoughts. Now, looking up top at your weekly outlook, it looks like perhaps this situation that needs to be addressed will happen in the third week of January 2025, but that's not set in stone, okay? It could happen any of these weeks because now you have this information, so you could change the trajectory of your life. Now, what can help you with this situation for January? According to your loved ones on the other side, this is the energy that you need to have more of for January. You have the Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Essentially, in order for you to feel better emotionally and mentally, in order for you to release some of this pain that you may be feeling, you're going to have to communicate this with your partner, with your family, with your friend, whoever it is that needs to hear how you're feeling, whoever it is that will be affected by your decision making in this situation and in January. You have to talk to them. You have to talk it out. You have to get on the same page. If you want to feel better and have a clearer mind in order to make the right decisions in January, you're going to have to talk it out. The energy that you need less of going into January, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, for some of y'all who have lacked motivation in regards to your financial or career goals, your loved ones on the other side want you to find that passion and motivation within you to try again within your financial goals, within your career goals. You need your independence, you need your own power, because that will help create a level of safety and comfortability if you're able to have a voice and a say so over your financial state. For those of y'all who are allowing your finances or the management of your household be led by someone else who may not be the best choice, your loved ones on the other side are telling you, if the person that you chose is not the best choice, it is your responsibility to then step up and become that leader, to become that provider, to become the manager of your house, if possible, for January. And in your near future, for this situation and for your month of January, in the near future, you have the Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Chariot. It looks like something will happen for you, either some type of reunion or celebration or party, or just a date, or just something to do with you getting together with someone and you having a good time, a positive time. That seems to motivate you. For some of y'all, this comes through as you get a opportunity for you to feel passionate, for you to feel creative. And if you would still like some clarity on your situation or on your month of January or your life in general, over here is your words of advice from your loved ones on the other side. You have advice 1, 2, and 3. Now, you may relate to all or a couple or none, and that's okay, but I do hope that you can connect with and relate to at least one of these. For advice number 1, you have the Hierophant in reverse, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Wands. So it looks like for you, for some of y'all, your loved ones on the other side want you to know that there is someone that you're getting advice from. So this is a third party member, or someone outside of this situation, outside of your relationship, outside of whoever is affected by this decision. They're giving you advice. And although they may carry with them some wisdom and some experience and knowledge, your loved ones on the other side want you to trust your own intuition when it comes to this situation, when it comes to working with your partner or with whoever is in question for this reading. So whoever it is that you have to make a decision or a judgment call on, your loved ones on the other side said they want you to use your own intuition, and they want you to stop listening to other people tell you what you should do, and what you should not do based on their own opinion, when they themselves are not going to be affected by your decision making. All right. And for advice number 2, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. For some of y'all, your loved ones on the other side want you to know, if you continue to allow your emotions to overwhelm you, or if you find yourself becoming emotionally unavailable, then any opportunity that comes your way for self-development, self-transformation, for discovering your purpose, your passion, may be at risk of not succeeding. It may fail prematurely. So your loved ones on the other side just want to caution you to try to get your emotions under control and find some type of inner peace before it causes you to miss opportunities that will come your way this year. And for advice number 3, you have the King of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Swords, and they're all in reverse. Your loved ones on the other side want you to know that if you have some hesitation surrounding a decision, if you are afraid that if you make a decision, it will cause conflict that you can't walk away from, or conflict that causes you to have a separation, or for people to not love you, or to have some negative feelings towards you, then you may never discover what is truly meant for you if you're holding on to things and it may not even have a deep connection to you or for you, but you're still holding on to it anyway. So your loved ones suggest you may just have to sit down and contemplate what it is that you really want out of life that will make you happy, because ultimately you're going to live with those choices, right? So you might as well make sure the decision that you make in January or the first week of February is going to be one that you can live with and be satisfied. Moving on, and in your weekly outlook, you have week 1 of January, and the second week, third, fourth, and the first week of February. Now, this may be specific for you or it may not. This is just information for you to have just in case. And for the first week of January, you have the Seven of Cups and the Lovers in reverse. So for some of y'all, it looks like because you may feel trapped by your decision, or you may feel trapped by your environment or situation, you are going to be distracted by all your fantasies of what could be, should be, and you're not going to be focused on what you committed yourself to. So whatever promises you've made previously to yourself or to somebody else, you're not going to be focused on them, and in turn it's going to in turn is going to negatively impact your relationships or your family. Okay, now this is not set in stone. You have the power to change whatever may happen, right? And in the second week of January, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Five of Pentacles. So it looks like for some of y'all, the environment that you're in, the situation that you're in, there will be some disharmony or some conflict or tension. And as a result, you may have some mental blockage or lack of mental clarity on how to deal with the situation and how to come up with a solution for that situation. It may even be too overwhelming for you to even try to fix it or find a solution. So you may find yourself looking for support. You may find yourself looking for support elsewhere, either from someone you know or some type of resource within your community to help you out. Okay. And in the third week of January, I pulled three. So you have the Tower, the Page of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Cups in reverse as well. Now, if we were to look at the two cards that came out together, the Tower and the Page of Cups in reverse, in the third week, there may be an unwanted or uncomfortable change for you, which may result in you feeling disappointed, having a lack of passion or a lack of desire to connect in your relationships, and that's shown in the Two of Cups. So it may cause you to have some conflict with a certain partnership. It may have you have a disconnection, so a separation, or may have you having a conflict or unwilling to work together. So now that I'm looking at this, the situation that needs to be addressed may happen in the third week of January for you. Now that I'm looking at these cards. But again, nothing set in stone. You may change the course of the events based on the information that I give you. This looks like it's not avoidable, but you may be able to lessen the negative impact on you and the partner, whoever is the partner in the Two of Cups. In the fourth week of January, you have the Judgment in reverse and the High Priestess. You may find yourself lacking some confidence and trusting your own instincts, trusting your own intuition. So you may refuse to make a decision, or you may make a decision that is not so great for you or is not to your benefit. So this situation could occur in the third week of January or the fourth week of January for some of y'all. All right. Again, not set in stone, but that is a possibility. And in the first week of February, you have the Hanged One in reverse. So it looks like for some of y'all, you're going to feel a need to not feel like a victim or not feel like the universe or God is deciding your fate, and you're going to take fate into your own hands, and you're going to try to gain back a certain level of self-control or power within your life and how things go. And in return, you're going to lessen your anxiety. You're going to lessen any fear or concerns or worry that is weighing on you. So again, that's why I said the most likely outcome of you becoming motivated and having a brighter vision for your future, for the future of others, and the most likely outcome will probably be in the first week of February. And I know it looks like you have to get through a series of obstacles just to get to that point, but perhaps now you can start that little bit of motivation to get you started earlier than February. Moving on to your word of encouragement from your loved ones on the other side. You have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Wands in reverse. In regard to what is meant for you, your luck may look upside down, but it is actually right side up in January. Meaning, if you're grieving a version of yourself that you have lost, if you're experiencing a loss of your purpose and self-identity, your loved ones on the other side want you to know that the old version of you that you have lost is also the old version of you that carries with you your pain, your trauma, your sorrow, and any negative patterns of behaviors. You're losing the parts of you that needed to be gone. And if you're experiencing some setbacks, delays, or disappointments, just know that when you are feeling at your worst, those who truly support you, who truly care and truly love you, will be there for you. So you being at your worst right now is a perfect time for you to see who really is there for you and who really is there meant to be in your life. And if you've gained some clarity in this reading, please subscribe if you have not, or just keep on coming back. And with that said, to all my Tauruses out there, take care.